Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of The Fat Show. So it's been about 6 months, I think, since I bought my 2019 Golf Alltrack SEL. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on what it's like to own this car for the last 6 months. So what the car is, this is a 2019 Golf Alltrack SEL with a 6-speed manual transmission. 2019 is the last year they made the Alltrack, and it's also the only year that the Alltrack was available in the top SEL trim with the 6-speed manual transmission. And so far I've had this car for a little bit over 6 months. I've put about 10,000 miles on it, and it's been an absolute pleasure since day one. So most of the driving I've done on it is mostly road trips, because I still have my Mark IV TDI that's my daily driver. I try to keep the miles off of this because I drive about 100 miles a day. But there was one stint where I got a bad wheel bearing on my Mark IV, and I drove this every day, and it was great as a daily driver. And then I've taken this car to New Mexico, to Arizona, up to Utah to go skiing, Colorado to go skiing, and it's been great for the road trips. Actually, when I went to Arizona, if you haven't seen that video, I actually slept in the back of it for 3 or 4 days or whatever I was there. But yeah, it's been great so far. It's a little cold and rainy out here, so let's get in the car. I'll take it for a drive and let you know what things I like about it so far, what things I don't like about it, and then what my plan is going forward with the car. All right, thank you for watching. All right, so now that we're on the road, let's talk about why I bought this car and the things I like and don't like about it. So I bought the car knowing that it was going to be the last ever manual wagon sold in the United States, or at least for now. I believe that it probably, sadly, will end up being the last manual wagon, unfortunately. But that's the reason I got it. I wasn't necessarily looking for a new car at the time. I mean, I wasn't completely happy with my BMW 328D wagon, and then when Volkswagen announced that these were going to be going out of production, I went and test drove one. I really liked it, and since I kind of consider myself to be a wagon connoisseur or whatever, I thought I would go ahead and get it. But I definitely like the car overall. I mean, I like that I've said this in all my videos I've made on this car, but that it has all the modern tech features with the 6-speed manual wagon. I mean, I just like having the adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, our Apple CarPlay, parking sensors, backup camera, rain sensing wipers, all that stuff, and having a 6-speed manual transmissions for times when you do end up on like a twisty road, being able to have some fun with it. I just like that it combines all those things. And then where I live in Texas, the roads are kind of crappy, so it is nice having a little bit of extra ground clearance and peace of mind here in Texas. I feel like the roads are kind of built for trucks, because 90% of the people who drive trucks or SUVs around here, so they're not very forgiving for cars or sports cars. So when I had my BMW 328D with the M Sport package and the M Sport splitter on it, I scraped that thing everywhere I went. No matter how careful I was just like never set up well for that car. And then having the low profile tires are just kind of rough. This thing rides really good. The 6-speed manual has to be expected for Volkswagen, buttery smooth. I mean, I actually think I kind of preferred my Mark VI and my Mark IV to this, but it's still really good and much better than other manufacturers. For me, it goes Honda, Volkswagen, and then everyone else as far as shifter feel goes. But yeah, I had pretty good steering feel for electromechanical power steering too. Decent brakes, I guess. I don't know. I've never really tested them out too well. The Haldex all-wheel drive system did really well when I was in Colorado for the bit of driving I did on the snow. I've had pretty rough times before with all-season tires and front-wheel drive, and thought about getting snow tires, but I didn't before I went up there, and it was fine with the all-wheel drive and the all seasons. It did pretty well. Actually, I was impressed. So far, it's been a great road trip companion when I've taken this car to Arizona and to Utah and to Colorado. It's kind of nice, again, having the tech features for the longer drives when you are tired or whatever. It's kind of nice having the adaptive cruise control and the lane keeping. It's not the best lane keeping in the world. I definitely don't trust it if there's a guardrail or other cars around, but if you're just going on whatever 2-lane road and there's no one around you, then it works pretty well. The seats are pretty comfortable for long road trips. I like having the adjustable lumbar. I think, like I said in my past videos, it's not quite as adjustable as like a BMW or a Volvo, which have like the best seats I've ever had in a car, but these are pretty good. And I mean, I did a couple I guess I did a 14-hour drive when I came back from Arizona, and I mean, I was as tired as you would be doing a 14-hour road trip in any car. There wasn't anything to gripe about or any noteworthy positives either. I also really like the Fender audio in this car. I'm a little bit of an audiophile, so I like having that for my music. It's super clear when you're on like a digital source or whatever, not something that's compressed. It actually like blows the Harman Kardon in my old BMW out of the water, which I think I've said before also, so I don't want to repeat myself too much, but that is how I feel about it, and it remains true after 6 months. So what sort of things would I change about the car? I guess my like really only big complaint that I have is for whatever reason when you go into reverse, it brings up the backup camera but won't show you the parking sensor display as far as how far you are away from the car in front of you and behind you, which is kind of nice when you're parallel parking, because I like to get it based on the sensors like right in the middle to lessen the chance of getting hit on either side when someone else leaves. It's just another button you have to press to bring it up. It's just a pain in the ass to do it every single time you're parking. I have seen videos of people coding it, so it does come on all the time. So maybe if I ever do any coding with this car in FadCom, I'll work on getting that addressed. But that's really my biggest complaint. Only other complaint is like my gas mileage I get like 26 to 28, which I feel like there's all-wheel drive SUVs that do better than that, so it's kind of surprising to me. I wish it was a little bit better. It is nice that it takes regular fuel though. I do like that. I just wish it was a little bit better. And then to go along with that, I wish here in the United States we had the ability to get a TDI, but I guess we all know why that's never going to happen again, which is sad because they still sell them everywhere else in the world, so I don't know why we couldn't forgive Volkswagen and sell them, but I guess they probably wouldn't sell too many, but people make a lot of other niche cars. So I kind of wish we had a TDI option here. I wish the car had just a little bit more power, because this 168 horsepower or whatever it is from the factory it's all right, but it's not great. It definitely leaves me wishing for a little bit more. I just think from the factory it should have just come with like the GTI horsepower number, especially for the Alltrack, where it's kind of like a niche car all on its own. Like they could have made it a little bit more special and done that, especially where in Europe they have like a Golf R wagon, so it would have been nice if we could get something like that here, but we all know that's never gonna happen. So what do I plan to do going forward with the car? Honestly, I'm not really sure. I've kind of gone back and forth of turning this into an adventure vehicle, as far as maybe lifting it, probably not lifting it, but just doing some 16-inch wheels with some bigger off-road tires on it. Wow, there's a trailer hitch in the road. Random shit you see in the road in Texas. Now I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so maybe doing an overland adventure build, as far as maybe getting like a roof box for it, or roof cage carrier thing, some bigger off-road tires or whatever. I feel like I probably won't go that route, because it just is not what I use the car for most of the time, as far as road trips and then weekend driving and then occasional daily driving. I mean, it looks cool, but other than that, it doesn't really have any purpose, especially where this car is like, it's off-road-esque, I guess, but I would never actually take this car off-road. Like the forest roads I did in Arizona are the most I would ever subject this thing to. So I probably won't go that route. And then my other option I kind of thought about was going the whole European Golf R wagon, where you can get the Golf R suspension and could do a Golf R turbocharger, but realistically this car with a stage 1 tune can make more than GTI power. Stage 1 APR is like 234, I think, for these. So I feel like I would probably keep it on the stock turbo and just do the stage 1, because I don't know, I'm not a huge horsepower person. I don't want to overstress the engine, even though this engine makes 400 horsepower easily in like the S3 and Golf R variants. It's the same block, just different turbocharger. So that'll probably be the first thing I do whenever I'm stop being afraid of voiding my warranty, I'll probably do APR Stage 1, which takes you up to about 234 horsepower, which I think will be more than adequate for daily driving and then your occasional fun back road. And the thing I really like about the APR tune is it lets you still use 87 octane when you're just daily driving and trying to be economical. It's nice. Even though gas is ridiculously cheap right now, I just don't like paying the 60-cent difference for premium if I don't have to. So yeah, overall, those are my thoughts on the car. It's been great for 6 months. It's been a great road trip companion the 2 times I've taken it far away or whatever. I'm really happy with the car, and I plan on keeping it for a while. I know I say that about all my cars, and it never stands true, but I do really like this car. Like I said, it just has everything that I could want in one platform. Once it has a little bit more power, then it'll be perfect. All right, so thank you for watching this video, guys. If you really liked it, then go ahead and like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. All right, hope you have a good day. Bye.